Mr.
Yo, what's going on, man? I don't know if y'all been hearing, man, but them Streetbeefs Tampa videos been hot so far. But man, it's your boy Kid Savage back at it again with another Streetbeefs commentary, man. We got a real good one for you boys right now, man. Hey, we finally had the Tampa event. It was a blowout. It was something spectacular, man. Pretty much damn near every fight was a banger. It was an explosion of nothing but great energy, great fighting styles, great fighting spirit, man. And like we all gave it all out there, man. And yeah, man, it's coming to you live and direct, man. And I'm gonna be the one to give you the commentary, play-by-play on everything that went down that day. It's been crazy, man. Yeah, man. I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say I was at all. I'm just happy and like feel some kind of pride about how we all came together and just like, you know, put on a nice show or whatever the case, man. And ain't no way to start it off with these fellas here, man. We got Nathan going against Simon, and you would think, man, with names, as with all due respect, of course, fellas, with as bland as that, you know, you wouldn't really think too much of it. But honestly, with the way MMA has been coming up and certain kind of like people have been coming up, whether they be Englishmen or people from America or just Russian or whatever the case may be, it's like certain names you get used to hearing. But of course, Nathan is a more common name. And then we got Simon, which I don't know too many MMA Simons, but yeah, man, we got these two guys, man, and yeah, man, they done did something, man. I can't remember what order of fights this was. I want to say, let me just say how it was all organized. I know it was boxing first, then kickboxing, then I think MMA was afterwards. But after a certain point I had left, so I kind of like missed like the later half of the event. So you'll know, and I'll let you know when I was there or not, or whatever the case. But this fight right here, I was there for, and seeing it live, it was nuts, man. It was like, I'm thinking like, you know, I don't know, man. It's just best to watch it. I don't want to spoil it, man. But yeah, here we go.
Nathan, gonna go out. Let's get it. Simon,
gotta go out and get it.
You ready? You ready? Let's work.
Nice little leg kick by Simon. He was getting him in the clinch. Nice little clinch work by Simon. Nathan was doing a good job stepping in with the jabs, was able to get in close. He wasn't trying to like grab, he was just trying to like strike really. But Simon was coming at him. The ring we was in, man, I like how it was compared to the last few Tampa events. Of course, there's always, you know, room for improvement, but the ring was perfect because this is where stuff like that would happen or whatever the case may be. But other than that, it didn't happen too often, like once we got made aware of it. We went down to the ground. Simon controlling it for the most part, but Nathan, if he's able to poke his head out, he would have been able to get his back. But instead, he went for like a backwards drop and ended up working out in his favor to where he was able to get his back without no hooks or anything. Wrap the arms around him. Look at how his elbows is directly up under the chin. And before the man get a chance to even tap out, man, he ended up going to sleep. Seeing that live, yeah, man, seeing that live, man, I seen when the moment he was getting ready to tap. Doing the damn thing, man. Oh shit, man. These guys, man. I tell you, man, it's crazy, man. Like we're part of a good time right now in Streetbeefs. I feel. I think right now, like we're in the front time of like where people are starting to finally get into their own and get more, maybe like aggro or I guess masculine in some sense of the word, and be like more into their primal self or whatever case. And I feel like with stuff like that coming out, it makes for a more confident, more stronger man or whatever the case may be. And I know it's a lot of stuff going on right now so far as that or whatever the case may be, but so far as I think, man, I think like stuff like this is a way for a man to kind of like show what he has and prove to himself and the others that, you know, if he fight through and push through, man, he can conquer anything or whatever the case. And that's why I bring up the facts of the names or whatever. It's like these guys are like so common or whatnot. It seems like it's so common, but even with them, man, you step out wrong and you still can get put down and whatnot, put to sleep or whatever the case may be. And I love that these guys, they kind of like epitomize that in a way. Like Simon was like really kind of like on his wrestler vibe or whatever the case. To mind you, it's MMA, so he was throwing strikes here and there or whatever the case, and he just trying to get close, it seemed. So Nathan seemed like the more distant guy, trying to keep it grappling or whatever. I mean, keep it a distance or whatever. But Simon kept always finding able to get in close or whatever the case. So he finally ended up getting in close. And like, to his credit, man, like if he would have kind of did like a trip out or whatever the case, man, I believe that would have probably worked out better for him. But instead, I guess maybe, I'm not sure, maybe not enough experience or maybe just the jitters or whatever the case may be. Who knows, man? He wasn't able to really get what he was looking for, and Nathan was able to kind of capitalize on a little mistake that he made. And, you know, coming out as trying to be like a person that's trying to strike, man, he ended up doing his thing with the grappling, ended up putting the man out. And like I say, man, when I was watching the fight there live, I seen him like grab his thigh or whatever. He grabbed Nathan's thigh, and it's like, I felt like right then in that moment Simon wanted to tap, but he didn't. He went out on the shed and was like, hey, I'd rather black out before I tap out. You seen the caption? So, hey, man, all props to both guys, man. They both did their thing, man. They came out there, put on the show, man, and like there was also like a prelude to a whole bunch of other fights, man, because it's like I say, man, the whole thing about fighting, for me at least, man, it brings out that inner you, that you that you keep locked into yourself to a point where it's like you can't express it because sometimes it may be deemed as a bad or toxic masculine or whatever the case may be. So it's like with stuff like this, in the more constructive and like constructive and more, you know, put together type of way, it allows you to express that without being judged or whatever the case may be. And like I say, man, I give all props to these guys, man, Simon and Nathan, man, because like I say, man, I feel like I'm a broken record. I keep saying the same thing, but it's true. This event was very special, man. At least for me. I don't know about everybody else, man, but it was a good one, and I can feel that, man. But man, we'll come back with you guys and give you some more. And it's been another Streetbeefs commentary. Shit, I'm at a loss for words. It's been your boy Kid Savage, man. Back at it again. Peace.
Told her I ain't try to fuck again, but sneaky, already got a freaky link. She won't give me touch, she back, but I don't like no cream and tree. But I wrote that shit and light it. Told her I used to